This old man is very rich, but he always had to suffer because of his spoiled children. The oldest brother Juan is an alcoholic, sober up every day. When he has no money, he will come up with an entrepreneurial plan that insults IQ to ask his old father for money. The second sister Stella is a typical little princess. She only knows how to play and spend money all day. Moreover, she has a bad boyfriend. The third son Alexander made the father even more worried. He's a rogue, and he really likes old women. He even slept with the teacher's wife. Angry teacher comes to the family. Unexpectedly, he just happened to run into his two daughters.
Il se tape mes filles, mon frère. Je vais te tuer.
This day, the old rich man Francis finally can't stand it. Heart attack by anger. Admitted to the hospital. Next day, his children visit the hospital. But the three siblings who just met had an argument. No one cares about the illness of their father. Under the anger, Francis decided to teach these prodigal children a lesson. Someday 2 months later, the three siblings suddenly panicked.
Papa! Ah, putain, arrête de gueuler!
Il est où, papa?
Je sais pas.
Tu n'imagines même pas ce qui m'arrive.
Mais si, tes cartes de crédit sont bloquées et ton portable aussi.
Pas comment vous savez?
Pareil.
A large number of policemen flooded into the house, seal up all luxury cars. The father finally appeared. He is holding a shotgun. Take the children out of the mansion and stop the car. Then get out of there. The scared children have asked about the situation. The father said, because of breaking the law, all of his assets are frozen. They can only hide first. After speaking, he also confiscated all the children's mobile phones. Throw out the window. Looking at the dumbfounded children, the father even show off his joy. Turns out, the dad was just pretending to be bankrupt. All of this is a poverty lesson given by the father to his children. At night, they arrived at the ancestral house in the next city. Want to hide here for a while, but just the living environment already scared the three of them. Only a few pieces of bread for dinner, but this is nothing. The father officially announced, from today, the three siblings have to do something they have never done before.
Réfléchir.
Un régime?
Non. Travailler.
The next morning, the father woke up three slackers with gongs and drums, urged them to go out and look for work.
Je vous ai nourri toute votre jeunesse. C'est votre tour maintenant.
But three children still hold the hope of luck. One wants to borrow money from a rich second-generation friend, but after his friend learned of his situation, Juan was quickly put on his blacklist. Stella borrowed a passerby's cell phone to talk to her boyfriend on the phone, want him to help her. As a result, she called all the money in the person's phone. Alexander is even better. He ran to the construction site. He took the worker's lunch box and ate it without saying a word. Don't forget to take a takeaway before leaving. At the end of the day, the two brothers have nothing to gain. Stella brought back a lot of branded shopping bags. She was even brought home in a luxury car. The father asked how the money came. Stella hesitated to say. She sold Juan's famous brand watch. Juan is very angry.
Respire, Stella, j'espère que t'as pensé à acheter de la bouffe.
Putain! Non! Non! Non!
Donne-moi ce qui te reste, je vais aller acheter à manger.
Donnez mon dernier billet au taxi, je suis désolée, j'ai paniqué.
Non, ça va!
When they are at a loss, the old housekeeper and waiter suddenly visited. Give them some food and clothing. The waiter also left a business card of a restaurant where he is working. Said that he can introduce Stella to be a waiter. The housekeeper wanted to lend him money to tide over the difficulties, but the father is afraid that things will be revealed. He quickly told the two to leave. It's very difficult for them to live through one day, but life can't always depend on assistance. Juan and Stella decide to find a job. This woman used to be a rich second generation, but now she has become a miserable poor person. There's no one to back her up. She can only work as a waiter in a restaurant. Facing unreasonable accusations from customers, she feels impaired in her self-esteem. Proposed to resign after that, but a colleague reminded her, you were the same person as that guest before.
Réveille-toi, putain, ouvre les yeux. Alors continue à vivre dans ton monde de princesse, mais sans une thune, ça va être compliqué. Hein.
After being educated by the colleague, Stella shed tears silently, then pick up the plate, prepare to bring another part to the demanding guest. The colleague calls her.
Tous d'accord pour dire que ce mec-là est un gros con.
Ouais, tu m'étonnes.
Qu'est-ce qu'on fait nous, gros con? Alors, je pense qu'il manque encore une petite garniture.
Stella froze. She dares not think how many times she has offended a waiter in these years. She handed the dishes to the guest and wished him a happy meal. At this moment, Juan confidently came to a company for interview. He applies for the position of general manager. He even asked the company to provide him a luxury car. After listening, the recruiter froze. However, she still tried her best to meet his car allocation requirements. Gave him a tricycle. Since then, Juan is like a camel appearing everywhere on the streets of France. The children are as tired as thieves. The treatment of the father is very different. The partner secretly sends him the wine and lobster, but he keeps rejecting. He wants to share the joys and sorrows with his children.
Tu pourrais juste... Non.
Day of labor. The siblings finally got paid. The whole family has a full meal. Alexander did not go to work, but he still wants to eat for free. After being rejected by brother and sister, he got up and went out looking for food. Started eating all kinds of wild fruits to satisfy his hunger, but the food is really too mixed. He ended up with vomiting and diarrhea.
T'as vu, c'est beau. Il rend à la nature ce que la nature lui a donné.
Time goes by day. Juan and Stella gradually adapt to the new life, join a new circle, meet new friends. Only the third child, Alexander, makes their father uneasy. He still refuses to go out to work. The father had no choice but to propose. Let Alexander help repair the ancestral house together, better than idle. But thanks to this, the father discovered that Alexander was an architectural genius. Scaling, waxing, welding. He simply done this. At dinner, looking at the three reborn children, the father had a deep feeling. He really hoped that this kind of life can go on. But partners keep calling to urge. The company cannot be without a leader for a long time. At the same time, an uninvited guest also came quietly. This father is so unbelievable. He wants his children to learn to support themselves, pretending to be bankrupt. Forced the eldest son to drive a tricycle soliciting customers. Daughter goes to be a waiter in a restaurant. The youngest son of a high-achieving student makes an exclusive pace every day. Watching the children reborn, the father are gratified. But at the same time, he was very afraid that his children would learn the truth. In a dilemma, this day, his daughter's boyfriend suddenly visits. But facing the future father-in-law, he is very arrogant. Turns out he heard about the father pretending to be bankrupt. He wants to use this as a threat, forcing the father to marry Stella to him. If not, he will tell the truth. Half-talked, the children come home suddenly. The father, are forced by helplessness, had to agree to the request of the boyfriend. He even lied that he helped their father solve all the problems. Now they can resume their previous lives. Because of the father's love, the father can only suppress his anger. He wants to go back first, and then slowly solve this bad man. But the boyfriend also had his own plans. Just went back. He immediately urged Stella to register the marriage. Just register the marriage, the property will belong to him. After the father learned the news, he can't sit still anymore. Bring the two sons to the Civil Affairs Bureau. He doesn't care about money, but the lifelong happiness of his daughter can't be ruined because of selfishness. The three rushed to stop the ceremony before the two got the certificate, and tell the fact that he pretended to be bankrupt. This marriage was successfully prevented, but this makes the three children very difficult to understand. Ask the father why he did this. The old father had to tell the truth, because they all lived so badly before. They do not live a useful life for themselves. These words are as sharp as a sword, deeply hurt the hearts of the three siblings. The family just broke up like this. 9 months have passed. The three siblings did not meet their father again. The father lying in bed can't help but think of the night in the fake bankruptcy. The family chatted little by little on the road of growth. The man's wife passed away when they were very young. The father did not marry again. He worked hard to earn money to support his children. But when he looked back, he found out he has ignored the things that children need most when they grow up. That is companionship. The father deeply regrets, but does not have the courage to actively contact his children. This day, the partner drove him to the meeting, but their destination is the renewed ancestral house. It turns out that during this time, the three siblings set up their own company. Career is slowly developing. Today is the daughter's birthday. The partner brought out a bunch of flowers, handed it to the father. The father walked in the door. The look in his children's eyes. He understands that he is not welcomed. The father turned around and wanted to leave. but some thoughts. He still wants to speak out.
Je connais quelqu'un qui a voulu donner une leçon à ses enfants. C'est lui qui l'a reçu.
Tell the truth. But still no one keeps the father. The father can only leave with a loss.
Papa!
Tu viens? On a fait du pain à l'huile.
The movie ends here. The relationship between parents and children seems to be an eternal topic, but hidden under this topic, actually just a simple love. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye bye.